this thing on? Hello? All right. Welcome to the Hold My Spot podcast, a very special edition of the Hold My Spot podcast because it's just me, Matt. There is no Ethan tonight. Unfortunately, he had some scheduling conflicts, or maybe actually, fortunately, we'll find out. We'll see how this goes. I'm a little apprehensive, but I think we'll figure it out. And I think it'll be all right. Tonight, I went solo to a new venue for me, a venue that's been around for a while, but I have not yet been able to go to, called the Winchester in Lakewood, Ohio, to see the band Mest. Mest is a band that's been kind of on my peripheral vision for a while. Definitely remember them coming around in high school. I didn't realize that they formed in 1995. No, I was not in high school in 1995, but they definitely had some hits when I was in high school in the early 2000s. You might recognize them. They did a couple songs with Good Charlotte. They had a great hit called Cadillac. And it was just really cool to see them tonight. I wasn't actually thinking that that I would make it tonight either. I had a couple other things going on, but I'm glad that I went. The Winchester's a cool venue, definitely very intimate. There was a decent crowd there. It wasn't as busy as I was expecting it to be, but the crowd was totally into it. I mean, there was a little bit of a pit. There were a lot of people jumping around. I got bumped into, even though I try to stay adjacent to the quote-unquote pit. But the band was entertaining. It was really cool to see the singer was really thankful that we were all there. And a thing that I've always been in favor of is sort of playing to the people that haven't seen you before, or the people that maybe were fans back in the day. They got busy, life, school, kids, family, whatever, kind of lost touch with the band's music. But now, 20 years later, they're able to reconnect and still feel like they're a part of the band's journey. So overall, I had a really good experience. I'm going to be posting some videos to our Instagram. If I know what I'm doing, maybe I'll get them onto Twitter also. But that's a big maybe. So we'll see how it goes. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot to say. If Mest is coming to your town, I'd recommend going to see them. It seems like they're only on maybe like a 10 to 12 date tour right now. I'm not sure exactly, but it is a sort of a shorter tour on their own. And then they actually link up with Bowling for Soup, which I would like to see them also. Didn't have the opportunity back in the day to see Bowling for Soup. But I think that they're coming, that tour is coming to Columbus and maybe Cincinnati, or maybe either or. I don't think they're having a stop in Cleveland, but I could be wrong. If I figure it out, I will also post that on Instagram. Final thoughts here. Actually, I will have another opportunity to see Mest at When We Were Young, 2023, coming up here in Las Vegas. I know I talk about that show quite a bit. It was just such a great experience last year, and I'm really looking forward to this year. Other cool thing that happened to me tonight, ran into a guy I knew back in high school. So it's cool to see the pop punk and the punk and the ska music bringing friends back together. So that was nice to reconnect with him. So hopefully this wasn't a terrible episode. Hopefully you'll tune in when I do a solo episode again, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I'll hold a spot at the next show. Let me also throw out, every now and then I do have extra tickets to a show, and I throw up on Instagram and our social media that I have an extra ticket. Most of the time I'm not looking for any money. I just have an extra ticket and would like to stand next to somebody. So if that happens, feel free to DM me or Ethan or both of us on Instagram, however that works. and then I will actually be holding a spot for you. Anyway, you guys ever see the movie, I think it was either Wayne's World 1 or 2, where they finally have the big production set up, but then Wayne doesn't come on the episode and Garth is just there by himself, and he's really awkward and doesn't know what to do, even though he's done a bunch of shows previous. That's sort of how I feel right now. I don't know what to do. There's no way to play off of. Ethan does such a good job with banter, and he does a lot more research and things like that on the bands, and I'm mostly just there for the feel and the fun of it. And now I just feel a little awkward. But we're just gonna send this video regardless and see what happens. Let me know if you wanna see me do another solo video. You probably don't, but we'll go from there. All right, guys, see you later.